Oh, I don't know if I've covered this yet, but it's something that's been on my mind a lot. Is my plans for work and Jack's school when the baby comes. Okay, so my plan as far as me and the baby, I am definitely going to be leaving my job. I don't know how far along I'm going to be when I stop. Because I did internship and school up to like 37 weeks with Jack, and I used just the last week or so of my pregnancy to do nesting and relaxing and just getting ready for him. Because I had him at like, what was it, 38 weeks, 3 days, so he came a little earlier than I thought he was going to. But yeah, this time I don't know, because I'm going to be working with babies all day, and I don't know, and my assistant teacher is due 3 weeks before me, so, well, one of mine. There's a girl that gets there and opens up because I don't get there till 8, and so she stays till 11, and she's also pregnant and due just 3 weeks before me, so it's going to be really hilarious with 2 ginormous pregnant ladies and a room full of babies. So yeah, I don't know about that. I just do know that I'm going to be going back to be a stay-at-home mom with this baby, just because, you know, first of all, I can't afford 2 kids in full-time daycare, and I don't feel like if my baby was in my class that I could give it unbiased attention, nor would I really want to, because when you're a new mom, like, you're just so in the routine of like attending directly to your baby's cries, so like it just wouldn't be a good balance, and it wouldn't be fair to the other kids. So there's that. And also, if my baby was in a different daycare center, I would just be totally depressed being separated all day and caring for all these other people's babies, which I do love dearly, I mean, almost as my own, but just missing my baby all day, it would just be torture for me. So that's why we've made that decision. Also, there's not really a whole lot of time to pump at my job, and so I would pretty much be setting myself up to fail with breastfeeding if I chose to stay with that. And let's see. As far as Jack goes, we're kind of undecided. We have a few different options that we've thought about. One option is to keep him exactly in the class that he is in and just keep him full-time, which I think is unlikely that we'll do that because of the price. The tuition, you know, it's a really high quality school, and it's not cheap tuition. So if I'm not working, I just don't know how we'd be able to swing that. Also, it's not, I mean, Derek and I both commute to work every single day. It's like a 30-minute drive each way. So there would be days when Derek wouldn't be able to drop him or pick him up, where I would have to, like, you know, haul me and the baby there and back to pick him up, and then I'm adding gas money on top of the tuition, and I'm not having the income that I had before, so it just doesn't really work out. We've talked about the option of keeping him in full-time maybe the first month the baby's born, though, to give me time to acclimate, and because also I don't know how he's going to do with 2 big transitions at once, one being you know, becoming a big brother, and then 2 being pulled out of this really great structured environment and kind of thrown into the chaos of me being a stay-at-home mom again. Oopsies. Sorry about that, my card got filled up apparently, I don't know. So I don't know what I was saying. I was talking about how the transition for Jack would be a lot of big things happening at once. So I don't know if it would be best to just pull him out when I have my last day and then have him home with me for a few weeks so that I can get, you know, him used to being at home, and then have the baby, and then, because I know that he's told me that he would like to be home and help with the baby. Like, he wants to be there. And it's kind of important to me too, because, you know, I'm not having my kids super close together in age. And so one of the things that I feel like we're kind of missing out on is having that time before he goes to kindergarten where he bonds with his siblings. So I still would like to get as much of that as I can. But I feel like their age is different enough that he still needs that daily or however often interaction with his peers. So I would either need to make sure we're making it to play groups or just getting out of the house every single day, or we've also looked into just local half-day preschools, which I think might be the best option at this point, which again would be like a big decision of when to start him in that and how to transition him. I don't know. It's going to be a big transition no matter what, but you know what? I think he's done great with having, you know, he's had a couple teachers switched already, and he's had classmates move up to a next class and new ones come in, and he's pretty much just gone with the flow the whole time. Like, he's been great. I think he adjusted really well in the first place for never having been in school till he was 2.5. So I really think that he'll probably handle it well as long as it's a good quality school. Sorry, I think my camera's shaking. And I think we're going to tour a couple of options in the next month or so and maybe get on the wait list just to be on the safe side. I don't know, but it is bittersweet because we do love our school, and you know, it's gonna be really sad to leave. It's like his first school, and he loves his teacher, he loves his classmates, and I just, you know, it's just something I'm gonna have to pray about, and we're gonna have to talk a lot about, and also get his input too. But I think what I think would be best probably is having him in school from like maybe Derek would take him to school in the mornings, or maybe he would do like noon to 4, or I don't know. So he would do half day, and then I would go pick him up, and he would spend half the day with his sibling and I too. So yeah, we'll just see how it goes, and because I think he will probably start kindergarten since his birthday is May 28th. I think he's at the cutoff. He's going to be like the youngest in his grade instead of the oldest. So he'll start when he's 5, and he'll turn 6 at the end of his kindergarten year. Does that sound right to you guys? I don't know. Hadn't really even thought about kindergarten until just recently. I'm like, oh my gosh, really? I'm going to have a child in elementary school. That's not okay. No. But yeah, so we've got a lot of stuff to think about and some budgeting to do, especially if we want to put him in a different school or keep him and all that other stuff.